Older women don't know they have so much more time in the dating pool, and here's why. Just think about the ladies in the city who are literally 50 years old and still pulling younger guys and have the lives of their dreams. It's not about being young age-wise, it's about being young mentally. Women are gentle creatures, so as long as you're preserving your body and your mind, you will always be magnetic. Overworking at your job, not spoiling yourself, and not taking care of yourself will make you feel old and unattractive. That's how you're feeling. Make sure you're taking time to wind down after work. Make sure you're staying fit and in the best shape of your life. Make sure you have a wardrobe that makes you feel confident. And it's okay to splurge and spend money on your wardrobe, okay? For women, looks is part of their wealth. Get off dating apps. Go out there, join group activities, join Pilates, get into cliques, become a socialite, and start meeting people. To mentally feel young again, stop feeling like everything in life is so serious that you have to get married by 30 years old. Go out and do something spontaneous. You are a little kid. Your body ages, but your mind never does.
Here are the top 5 things I learned from online dating in my 50s. Number 1, a man that says you're too much, God bless him. Let him go find less. Number 2, some men will just freaking text you forever. Tell him, I'm not looking for a text buddy. Hard no. Number 3, inconsistent behavior. No, thank you. That's a fuck no. Number 2, some men will just freaking text you forever. Tell him, I'm not looking for a text buddy. Hard no. Number 3, inconsistent behavior. No, thank you. That's a no. And number 4, never, ever settle for bad behavior. It only gets worse. Number 5, ghosting is a gift. Better now than 6 months from now. Go find your man, Neville Shadow. He's out there.
Men over 40, and you know what? Men over 30 even. Y'all are looking toe up on the dating apps. As women make more and more money and we're not forced to be with someone for economic stability, guess what? We're going to be going for attraction. We're going to go for good sex. We're going to go for romance. All these things that we couldn't go for because we had to prioritize financial stability for the future of our children and to have a roof over our heads. As women make more and more money and we're not forced to be with someone for economic stability, guess what? We're going to be going for attraction. We're going to go for good sex. We're going to go for romance. All these things that we couldn't go for because we had to prioritize financial stability for the future of our children and to have a roof over our heads. We couldn't have our own credit cards 30 years ago. And while we were making ourselves look as desirable as possible, going under the knife, butchering ourselves to look good for you guys, better be going in to get Botox, get that filler, fly to Turkey, get that hair transplant, go to the gym, get that facelift. Y'all are just sitting there bitching about how you can't get a girl to swipe right on you, but what are you doing about your appearance? And your dicks aren't working because all you do is watch porn. Please step up and do better.
Men need more than therapy, they need an exorcism. I know several men who have been in regular therapy since they were teenagers, and they have the most unshakable demons I've ever seen. And the pattern I've noticed is that it's always the men who have trauma related to their mother. Their romantic relationships are an absolute show when they have trauma from the maternal figure. The literal first time they get triggered by you, they retreat back into their shell and they never trust you again. Now, all hope is not lost because if their neural pathways were changed once, they can change again. But that is incredibly difficult to do as an adult and even more difficult to do as a man, in my opinion. I don't know why. Women are just more adaptable, I guess. We have a higher capacity to trust, maybe. But seriously, therapy is not enough, and I truly worry about these men with a mother wound that they're going to be broken for life. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. And by the way, the men that I've noticed who suffer from this the worst always happen to be a Taurus or a Scorpio. They start off in life with trust issues.
Okay, so here's what I have to say about my 40s. When you're in your 20s, you are beautiful. I mean, not that you're not beautiful when you're in your 40s, but when you're in your 20s, you have like beauty, youth. Youth trumps all, as I always like to say. But when you're in your 40s and, you know, you're not the prettiest girl in the room anymore because it's not your time to shine anymore. It is time to pass the crown on to the younger girls. Ladies, you better hope that your personality has been developed, because when you are no longer the youngest, prettiest, thinnest girl in the room, at least you can always be the funniest, wittiest, and most fabulous woman they've ever met. Stay toxic, my friend.
It doesn't matter how old you get. It never hurts less. So, a little update. I've been talking to the guy since early May, over 2 months, and we had a few dates, and I thought it went really well. We have everything in common. He texts me all day, every day. Same shared values, same life goals, same interests, really good banter. And he told me that I was smart and funny, and he told me that I was beautiful, which is the first time it's ever happened in my whole life. And we went on a few dates, and then we were talking, and he just said he's really concerned that of my lack of physical activity, and I guess he's been trying to convince himself to find me attractive because I had such a good personality. And I told him that I didn't think that he should have to convince himself to find me attractive, and that I'm happy with my body, and it's okay if other people aren't. And it's really hard. I know it's the right thing, and I do believe that. It just is never easier. When you're dating and you're plus sized, it never really gets easier. And I'm sharing this because, hey, of course, turned to my girlfriends, but I forgot for a minute that it's all very beautiful and thin, and they've never had guys on the internet or just in life to their face tell them that they were ugly before. And so I know that there's a lot of other people like me on TikTok because I've seen a lot of you, and